All right, let's get more perspective now on this partnership. And to do that, we're joined by Professor Ahmed Banafa from San Jose State University. Professor, we appreciate the time. It's good to have you on. So these federal agencies will now have access to Gemini for Government. That's the newest deal here. And then those other AI tools we talked about from OpenAI and Anthropic. How do you think all of this is going to change the way those federal agencies operate?
Good talking to you, Alex. Well, it's going to impact us as citizen or as people who are dealing with the government in multiple ways. Number one, it's going to be faster and more and smarter, looking at the at the different components of this deal. And also, it's really saving money, because if you look how much they cost, the government is 47 cents. And by the way, this is a side note. It was really a clever, way from Google to pick that price, because 47 is the president. Donald Trump, he is the 47th president of the country. So they're trying to give some kind of respect by naming it at that number. The other one is trying to streamline the services. For example, if you'd like to get some documents, it's going to be faster. If you're searching for something, it's going to be faster when it comes to the government. The last thing is they're going to use some of the tools where it's going to be very easy for them to generate the policies. I mean, one of the tools that's going to just summarize the documents, the meetings, and then generate some ideas about the policies. Using AI is always a win-win situation.
Yeah. What was the motivation, first off, for these tech companies to offer their products to the federal government at that extremely low price that we talked about? Why do they want to do this?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's an entry level for them, because they say that this kind of a deal is until the end of 2026, because they're not making money out of it. It's basically they're almost giving the product, which is very expensive products. They're giving those products for free. I mean, this is not mentioning they have to train the staff so they can use it. Otherwise, it's going to be useless if they don't have the capabilities of the AI when they're using those tools. They're trying to get into to the government system, and then later on they can go and add more services that's going to make more money of them. It's like when they give you a trial period to see if you like it or not.
Let me ask you about whether you have any concerns about these kinds of AI tools being integrated into these federal agencies, which obviously in many cases are handling a whole lot of all of our personal information. How secure are these platforms? Do you have any concerns about privacy for our personal data?
Well, I mean, the transparency should be number one. I mean, the GSA is talking about a certain level of security, so the database will be secure in this case. My concern is you're talking about a high-level technology coming from Google, coming from OpenAI, and coming from Anthropic, dealing with the IT structure of the government, which is not that high. When it is, some of it's old. So problems could could be part of that. How can you manage to get both old and new systems working together? So we could see some problems here. The other part of that one, how many people can you train, especially when it comes to privacy? Because one of the tools that given to the government here is the Google deep search, so where it can go and search almost everything you think about a certain person, organization. If there's any kind of safeguards, like what we have, like you cannot access this information unless you have this kind of clearance. So all these things has to be clear and transparent to the public before they can go ahead with this.
Yeah, a lot of questions about how this is all going to play out here moving forward, but certainly this is the reality here. The federal government is going to be leaning heavily into using these AI tools. Appreciate your perspective. That is Professor Ahmed Banafa from San Jose State. Great to have you on. Thank you.
Thank you.